The enlightenment chases. Royalties of peace. We are stealing the storms back to peace that has no storm while holding on to perfect peace. Today is Tuesday, June 3rd of 2025, and we are on episode 51 of our Golden Age podcast by Maris Free Lefay. Today our focus is on our universal legacy. Aware it takes a smart work to achieve worth and not hard work like it has been before. We might have learned that you must work hard to earn a worthy living. But we're beginning to build a generation that requires smart work than hard work to earn good living. Aware our main goal is to achieve integrity at the end, a worthy reward of our work. Assured our work in this confusion of present days is not acceptable, yet cannot be in vain. We must be able to resolve the confusion. Aware we need not despair to enter into integrity. You need not pain to know what peace is like. Aware of the need of becoming smart should encourage our healing from the desolations of divisions. Aware diversity is not where we are heading to. Becoming excited about diversity is not to keep it, but must enter into one holistic state of being. We are a human race more than our color race of black and white. Assured that diversity is only appreciated because we only realize the awareness of our problem, yearning for the solution of the problem. The excitement about diversity is the knowing where the problem is so we can solve it. But how can we solve a problem if we know not where the problem is or what the problem is? Our world today, under construction, a continuous process since the Enlightenment chasing by our forefathers to us today. It's more of like passing the baton, a nursing tradition of handing reports over to the next nurse on duty. The report of a client must be realistic and true to the problem to prevent any fault by the outgoing nurse. Such is required of us, of this generation, to the younger generation arising. The Constitution of the United States of America is fully equipped and healthily written. But our struggle with the interpretation is what we encounter. The good thing about it is the problem is with us and we can fix it. The problem is not with the Constitution. For we cannot go back in the past years to awaken the forefathers to explain the Constitution or rewrite it. Neither are we rewriting the Constitution, but rather resolving our interpretations along the road. Why are we even having a problem with interpretation? Increase in number. The increase in population is our problem. Aware of the only problem we have is fulfilling the journey to the end. What journey? The journey of infancy to the senior age of integrity, transitioning to perfect peace, our within, in which our ancestors lie, at peace. When we enable complications, we provoke an imaginary of them, like obstacles in our way. Against us, instead of holding on to the true identity of their being, resting in peace in the inner sanctum, the inner peace, the perfect peace. Enlightenment chases. Is your light dim or bright enough to walk with? According to the physics course in school, work is force times the distance. Force and distance is required to know how much work you have done. How much distance you cover by force yields the work you've done. We do work differently because our point of view and the differences we have of diversity. Some by walking, others by plane, others by car, however your transportation means may be of the distance to the end. Must realize it depends on the mass of the object you carry, the burden you carry, and the speed at which you travel. The larger the mass, the slower the speed. And the work is much because the distance becomes longer. The lighter your mass or object, the faster your speed, and your work is little because your distance is short. Coming from a world of working hard, we understand the young generation's generation of working smarter. The burden is lighter, and that is what is expected. But is this really what we are leaving behind of a legacy? True, we are able to enable the world of technology inclined, the world inclined with the knowledge of technology. Is that really enough? What will the technology be with increased population or increase of the number of people? It will jeopardize the purpose of technology. Technology is a friend to fewer people. Having a good tool does not mean increase the people to work with it. It's like many hands trying to pick up a pin from the floor. Needing to coordinate is so much energy. Our legacy is to enter integrity, requiring celibacy and luxury of living, self care, encouraging each other. What are these conflicts we are experiencing at this time? With the inclining of technology, it's like technology is showing more of our problems than solving it. How we are approaching the problems being exposed to us by technology is becoming a handicap to the technology itself. Even if the young generation desire to decrease in the size of population, will this technology be fulfilling? Artificial intelligence does not take the place of natural intelligence. The earth is still the earth. The ground must be worked, and the food cannot be artificial. The children must eat real food, biological knowledge, and not artificial knowledge of food, while completing the physical state of being according to education. If we have to be humans, we have to be humans. If we want to quit from being humans, we have to quit from being humans. It can't be partial. Such is a divided kingdom. If you're in the house, be in the house. If you're outside the house, be outside the house. You cannot be in both. The knowledge we gain from school is not to be used complicatedly. Our goals must be realistic and not unrealistic. Our passion must be one: unity. If you are on the plane, you cannot want to ride a bike. If you are walking, you cannot become a car. Their speeds are different. Velocity is different. You cannot be the obstacle in someone else's road. No matter how complex our condition may be today of human race, with diverse points of view, we must understand the need to solve problems to the end. A realistic goal comes with a short-term and long-term goal. What must be first and what must be next? A journey must start from A back to A to have a complete journey. The destination must be where you started. As short where we are today is only a journey and part of where we come from, of perfect peace, battlefield free. Whatever else you may be experiencing could only be a complicated of the journey if it's not perfect peace. You might claim to have seen your ancestors or claim they are part of what you're doing. If it's not yielding peace, you might be walking with their shadow instead of their true being. One who has parted cannot be abused. It's either you're correcting the shadow back to its true being, or you focus on what is right for the shadow to resolve its complications. A follower can only follow according to how you lead. When following is examination of the other, should not be misguided to being a lower being. We are both leading, be a follower or a leader. When the follower or the audience are your observants, examining you, will credit you, while you performing educates or remind them or fulfill the accomplishment of one accord, bringing peace of mind. We are all at work, leader or not a leader. Taking turns might not matter. Understanding we are many. We can only have a problem with a leader who is confused if they are sent to mass alone. Where we are present, there cannot be a problem because we are also the leader. El pluribus unum. The disability of one does not stop the others. Many can even do work more than the one. Many can complete work more than the one. But increasing in number is not what we're looking for. Our work is to complete the journey of infancy to integrity, not trying to keep the journey, only a tool to reach integrity. Let us help the young understand the lessons from our mistakes while we are resolving ourselves back upright. Because of our confusion and complexity today, we might have become scared and faithless, hopeless, even giving up working with each other may seem retarded to the young generation, a hard way to express the expected goal to reach the destination perfect and not keep working. The question is still remaining, even if we fix the world today, are we to keep it? The answer is no. Some may say yes, becoming addicted to keeping the journey, not reaching the destination. When reaching the destination is like losing, that is an addiction than passion. The need for rehab to undo this complicated state in which we struggle. Education has really helped us alongside our experiences. First World War and Second World War did not yield to peace. It takes not war to gain peace. For even after First World War and Second World War, we are still in conflicts. And the conflicts, not because of the war, but our increase in number. Not because of our differences, but our increase in number. Our differences can hold on to the goal of becoming one. And such is our rainbow that we must follow to the pot of gold. How can an innocent one be jailed like those guilty may question our justice? How many judges complete education? The number of people and increased rate of crime. The crime rate increases than the number of judges graduating from school. How can we blame our judges with how many people we are today? We are experiencing unnecessary suppression because of tiredness, hard work, over an increased number of people. Neither are we going to wipe the people away like a piece of writing, but educate each other to comply to the system of the rich, yearning for integrity. Rich people are yearning for integrity. Reducing crime rate, decreasing population size. By living a celibacy life in luxury, assured our journey must be completed of none left behind. We are increasing in knowledge and not increasing in population. The young should not suffer like we have made them suffer. And now our suffering and regrets, but cannot turn back the years of time, but only enable traveling mercies of our best with technology today should not continue with the problem of increasing in number, but encouraging unions, marriages that sustain each other with wealth and enter integrity, fame, a popular name, a renowned name, and recognition is not about the size of your family, but how much you achieve of wealth and growth of stature. Wisdom and stature are the most important of this journey. Let us not spoil our legacy after gaining the title of Golden Age. Must we ask ourselves, are we really the golden child? Or are we, rather, our diagnosis? What have we been following all this while of this journey to today? If we are at each other's throat, therefore, we are rather our diagnosis than our true being. But it is not late to resolve it, because the awareness of a problem is to seek the solution. It is better to be symptomatic than asymptomatic. Where there's a conflict, it is only an awareness of the diagnosis and must seek wellness. If we have been asymptomatic for a while, then knowing our symptoms should enable us regain our true being, the golden age. We are the golden child, and we must regain our being. Passing the baton should be golden, for the young already know who we are, and we cannot handle them the contrary of our being. It is not late. We can work it out to see ourselves, the human race, more than the color race, not neglecting the color race, but knowing who we are, the human race. When the color race is the diagnosis, let us hold onto human race, our true identity. Diversity is not to be condemned. The awareness of a diagnosis is not to be condemned. It's not to seek a complicated grief, but rather resolve it back to one. Perfect peace is our integrity. Becoming the human race is what we expect with the technology of today, of none left behind, our enlightenment chasing from the dark age to the present age of light, should perfect the completion of work of all at home without some left behind. We yearn for complete work done. It is time to enable a realistic goal for the young to fulfill the completion of work. Peace steals the storm back to peace that has no storm, looking unto perfect peace. Assured, we need not go to the ocean to know what water is like when the drop is sufficient. Knowing each other's problem should be of basic, workable and not trying to ridicule our own integrity when the solution is very easy of basic introduction, of simplicity. Hope this reflection today help us navigate whatever point of view we have concerning our world, not working against each other, not trying to pay evil for evil, but rather the one with the evil, the one with the weakness that needs recovery, and not trying to be equating of diagnosis. One standing up should encourage all fallen to arise. Peace steals the storm back to peace that has no storm, looking unto perfect peace. Thank you.